The more time you spend in the Populous reincarnated matchmaker, the more you get used to one simple fact. We love acronyms, and we also love not explaining what they mean. This is a very short video to help you bust all the jargon that we typically use, master these terms, and you'll blend right into our little community. Map-related terms. These terms are all related to map requests. FO. FO stands for face-off, one of the maps that is played relatively often. You'll hear no FO or FO please, meaning play face-off or don't play face-off. TOT. TOT stands for 2 on 2, another map that people will often say no to. Or should I say, no TOT. WOM. WOM stands for Well of Mimir. It's a map that is played relatively often. You can see some people protesting against it, but more often than not, you'll see this coming up as people wanting to request to play this map specifically. Sess. A tricky one, actually. When people talk about Sess, and they say they want you to host Sess, they actually mean Nubrimnir Palace. There were some politics with the map's original name being moved around, but when people in the matchmaker community talk of Sess, they mean Nubrimnir. It's not to be confused with the map that it now is called Sess, which most people do not enjoy. Colours. This is all related to the colours of the tribes, so it's going to be very self-explanatory. B refers to blue, the blue tribe. R refers to red, the red tribe. Y refers to yellow, the yellow tribe. G refers to green, the green tribe. The pre-game lobby. TVB, or top versus bottom, is another way of saying red and blue versus yellow and green. It's referring to the alliances required for a particular map. IVO, or inside versus outside, is blue and green versus yellow and red, again referring to the alliance for a particular map. EVO represents even versus odd, or blue and yellow versus red and green. And you guessed it, it refers to the allies of a particular map. FFA stands for free-for-all. A chaotic game where there will be no teams. FFA games are always unranked and therefore primarily about having fun. GB means go back, meaning someone has failed to launch and that you should return to the matchmaker to try for another launch. The remaining terminologies are going to take a little bit longer to explain because they're all game related. So here we go. W means watch or watch out. When your ally tells you this, they're telling you to pay attention. They want you to be looking for danger, maybe even protect them. Say you're looking at your base and building and you see the message watch come up. You want to immediately go to the front where your shaman is likely standing to be watching for the enemy's movements. LB. This means Landbridge. People will use this acronym often. They may tell you to side with LB or LB Puddle. They're instructing you to use Landbridge in some way. NS means nice shot. You may hear this from your enemies and allies. It's given in compliment, so do be proud when you receive it. Common to say TY when you get the moment. EQ means earthquake. If you are attacking and your ally is spamming EQ in chat, they want you to cast earthquake on the front, often to soften people's defenses. FS means Firestorm. Similarly to EQ, your ally saying FS in chat, they want you to Firestorm. Now they could tell you to do this both offensive and defensively, so you'll have to think fast when you see it. BB is one of those ethical quandaries. It refers to brave blasting. It's an archaic notion that you should not blast people's braves. In truth, I disagree with this because the point of Populous is to kill population. Whilst it would be lame to go and blast people's first 6 braves, I definitely agree. Brave blasting is a very efficient way to kill braves in the mid to late game. S-click. An S-click is a Shaman click, clicking directly on the enemy Shaman to have the spell track her. It's commonly referred to when talking about the lightning spell, but actually any spell can be an S-click. It just refers to clicking on the portrait directly instead of trying to aim the spell. Coincidentally, if your ally tells you don't aim, they're telling you to only S-click. Shift-click is a special type of move order in Populous. You can think of it as a normal move order. So when you normally right-click in Populous, you can think of that as a little bit like an attack move, because followers will get interrupted by things in their path, and that counts for Fire Warriors as well. They'll stop to shoot things on the way. A shift-click is a special type of command that will tell followers to fulfill that command and that command only without being interrupted. The most common use of this is Fire Warriors to make them focus the Shaman and not be distracted, but you can use this to fill towers or make sure your warriors go specifically where you want them to. Fake. Being called a fake is a confusing situation for any noob, and it actually has two meanings to make the matter worse. Someone may accuse you of being a fake account, meaning someone who is good pretending to be new at the game. However, alternatively, if in-game your Shaman is described as fake, it's actually a compliment. It means you're hard to kill, you're behaving in ways that are considered fake to the game's mechanics, so it is a compliment. But I know that's confusing. Ally up means that for some reason, everyone no longer wishes to play the game, perhaps because someone has crashed or disconnected from a game that is not yet over. Allying up prevents the transfer of points and allows you to leave the game immediately. To ally up, simply shift-click the tribe icon. But be warned, Shaman. There will be times when players will try to suggest an ally up when their ally has quit. In this situation, it's typically considered the game may be over, and that you should take the points regardless. The matchmaker does differentiate between quits and crashes, so you can actually check this information for yourself to be certain. Don't let people dupe you out of points you've rightfully earned. All closed. This is the last one, but it is a question that you'll be asked when you're hosting quite a lot, meaning that people want you to check you have all applications closed. Now, this isn't actually always that relevant, but a lot of people have been around for a long time, even back in the era where a single application being open could drastically affect your connectivity. If you see this question, it is polite to check your applications for any sneaky Steam downloads, but if you have good internet, you don't actually need to close everything you have open. This is a short but sharp video here, and it takes you through all the most used Populous jargon. I'll see you in the next video where we at least finally start playing some Populous. Bye for now.